Surprising facts about quitting alcohol that will help you stop drinking. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, around 2.3 billion people drink alcohol worldwide. Experts tend to assume that the number of people who drink alcohol will only increase in the future, which is very worrying, and all because alcoholic beverages are very harmful to our health. Not only do people get serious diseases like cancer because of them, but they also worsen relationships between people. According to statistics, in 2018, 3 million people died from the consequences of alcohol consumption, and most of them were men. The Guardian recently published the story of a woman who quit drinking alcohol and shared her findings. We bring to your attention the most important moments of her story. Towards the end, you will learn how people feel after quitting alcohol. Maggie Doherty, a woman who decided to give up alcohol permanently. She made the decision to stop drinking after realizing that such a habit could destroy her family. She was once unnecessarily windy. She spent her first day without alcohol in the winter, when the days were short and dark. At that time, the woman was already 40 years old, and winter seemed the best time to resist the habit that accompanied her for decades. When a woman was at home surrounded by her family, giving up alcohol was relatively easy. But in the spring, she and her friends went on vacation to the Caribbean, and many temptations awaited her. From the beginning, her friends discussed alcohol and she worried beforehand that she would feel out of her element. But then the anxiety disappeared and the woman made some very important conclusions that could help others quit alcohol. It's easy to stop drinking with the support of friends. Before traveling to the Caribbean, Maggie Doherty received a call from a friend. I called to see if it would be difficult for her to stay in an all-inclusive hotel that offers unlimited access to alcohol. If the call had been made in the winter, the girl would have been angry. But after months it became easier for her to refuse alcohol. She thanked her friend for her interest and then noticed that all of her friends were supportive of her. She could easily have refused to go to the tavern and walked along the beach instead. No one had forced her. It is difficult to start a sober life if the people around you do not accept it. If they make a person feel left out, it is very difficult to switch to a healthy lifestyle, said counselor Colleen Davis Thames. Alcohol relieves pain. It's a myth. Many people drink alcohol because it helps relieve anxiety and feel more powerful. In 2021, singer Margo Price admitted she drank alcohol during the coronavirus pandemic because she was afraid of losing her career. Nearly all of her concerts have been cancelled. But then she realized that without a sober look it is impossible to engage in raising children and other important matters. According to her, quitting alcohol was the most rebellious act of her life and allowed her to look at its impact in a different light. Margo Price and Maggie Doherty both realized that after quitting alcohol, a person's personality changes. They have tried that alcohol does not relieve pain and anxiety. It simply buries negative emotions for a while, after which they are released outward in an even more terrible form. It is difficult for a sober head to deal with problems, but they upset the character and help to become stronger. Non-alcoholic beer does not help you stop drinking. During the trip, Maggie Doherty notes that there are a large number of soft drinks in the stores. She could drink non-alcoholic beer and wine with her friends, but she didn't risk it because she might want to drink the original. In her opinion, a lot of non-alcoholic drinks is a good thing, but in the first months of quitting alcohol, even one should stay away from it, because it only increases temptation. Young people are less interested in alcohol. Finally, it has been noted that the demand for alcohol in the world is declining significantly. This is especially noticeable in the example of Generation Z. This means that those born between 1997 and 2012 drink less and less than representatives of other generations of the same age. So there is hope that in the future people will learn to have fun even without alcohol. What happens after quitting alcohol? There are many people who stop drinking. Thanks to this, experts are well aware of what happens to the body after quitting alcohol. If a person drank for a long time and a lot, then in the first days he feels very bad, but then his condition begins to improve. 1 to 5 days without alcohol a person has a severe headache, slurred speech, sleeps poorly and does not even hope for recovery. A week without alcohol a person stops feeling pain, his skin condition improves, and the body, in general, begins to recover. 2 weeks without alcohol a person's thoughts improve, headaches and shortness of breath disappear, heart rate and pressure indicators return to normal. A month without alcohol completely leaves the body and the person begins to think that he has stopped drinking. The emotional background improves, circles under the eyes and puffiness of the face disappear. In general, a man or woman becomes more beautiful. In general, people note that the longer a person continues to drink, the better.